Yippee!
His other eye goes out.
See?
I
I like that you just said
Oh no. What did you do there? Well. Huh. And so, by ignoring Iba's warnings, I set the restricted area on fire. With the case still unsolved, I was placed under administrative leave for several months. Hanabi! Boom! He's under the house arrest. Quickly re-employed. Wow. New role putting out fires. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. Insert. Nikes. What the hell, Date? How the hell? Oh, hi. I'm special.
それは私が最終的な閲覧者数として予測した数値。
いや、俺は。
Wait, what?
あなたは何者ですか？
俺は。
Oh, hi, Iba.
うるせえな、なんだよ急に。
普段はアビス捜査官として国家権力の犬になり下がっているこの
A brainless drone of the state.
誰が国家権力の犬だ。
その真の姿。音速の貴公子、ファイティング DT マンだ。
What?
Virgin!
伊達さんがあの伝説の。
そうか、お前がファイティング DT マンだったのか。
なんだその名前は、俺は知らないぞ。
そうなんだったら放っておくわけにはいかないな。こんなところで我々の目的、グレートリセットを阻止されるわけにはいかない。
Oh, fireball.
くそ、危ねえな。何すんだよ。
ファイティング DT マンはエロ本を熟読することにより体内のドーパミン分泌量が最大限まで引き上げられ超人的な力を得る。
この声勇気だな。ふざけてないで出てこい。
Oh, hey.
でさん、これを。
Oh, shit.
Oh.
まあくれるって言うなら。
そう、それでこそ伊達さんです。
なんだ、バカにしてるのか。
いいから早く読んで。
おう。
Yeah, that's pretty good.
なるほど。おお、そうくるか。これは。
Curveball.
Oh, I don't like the face.
エロい。
Yeah?
力がみなぎってくる。
それでこそ伊達さんです。
Nice.
見てください。
He's doing it.
I like how Iris is the only one who's freaking out in any capacity.
めちゃくちゃ引いてるじゃないか。
ヒーローとは孤独なものです。悲しみを背負うことで
Embrace your
それを戦
sorrow.
う力に変えるんです。
Exactly.
What am I fighting for?
それがファンタスティック DT マンなのだ。
うるせえな。
あなたならその力の使い方はすでにご存知のはずです。
くそ、やってやる。
来るか、伊達。
よくわからんが、俺はお前と戦う運命だ。行くぞ。
まず表に出なさい。
どうして。
いいから表出てって言ってんの。
ここでいいだろ。行くぞ。
だから表でやろうって言ってるでしょうが。
そこそこ広いんだから。
何やるの。
やってやるよって言ってる。さっきから俺はここで。
You and me, asshole!
じゃあ表出て。
Go outside.
表出りゃいいんだろ。
表に出るの。
頭がおかしくなりそうだ。もう俺から出るぞ。
Fuck. All right.
決着をつけましょう。伊達。
Why are you
Near ass music.
Why are you behind the thing?
あと俺なんちゃらマンみたいな名前や。
ファッショナブル DT マン
Not
だ。
fashionable.
うるせえんだよ。あとファッショナブルじゃなかったよな。その前の龍騎も違うことを言ってた気がするぞ。
そんな細かいこといちいち覚えてたの？
お前ら全員誰一人真面目にやらない
Someone
から
has
だ
to be
ろう
the
が。
straight man in this situation.
私は真面目だ。
Well,
Why are you behind the thing? Yeah.
ここに移動しろよ。微妙に見えないんだよ。
行くぞ。
話の通じるやつはいないのか。
Like, she telegraphed it so hard, you could dodge right now. You dumbass. Whoa! Dodge!
その攻撃は知ってる。次はこちらの番だ。
Wow! Oh, shit!
せい。
Appa! What the?
くらえ DT 灯籠剣。ほわー。やるな。
これがエロスの力か。
I ain't never been able to do this.
うおっ。
Nice.
Right!
行け。だて。
うおっ。
KO!
世界の平和は俺が守る。
女性からの冷たい目線に耐えながら愛のために戦う。
You ain't gotta hit him like that.
訪れるのはいつになるのだろうか。次回、
You will
伊達
try.
要シス、ご期待ください。
The death of Kaname Zate.
勝手に殺すな。
True!
Man who keeps fighting for love. It was originally planned to be a real lizard person. And leading tackler.
Leading tackler.
Atami for
Tommy
two.
for two.
Oh my god.
さあ、一緒に行こう。憧れの熱海へ。
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't realize it was auto doing. During the search for Iris, who was locked up in some weird escape game, I boldly invited the Lemniscate receptionist and took her on a trip to Atami.
おい伊達、これは完全なる職務放棄だぞ。
I knew that well, of course, but that didn't stop me. After all, this was a day I'd been secretly craving for a long time. Again? Oh my god. Feeling like I was dreaming, I looked at the passenger seat where I saw her, and the seatbelt going through the valley of her rich chest. What a treat for the eyes! This was it. This was enough. This was the scenery I wanted to see. This choice was no mistake. 'Tis the choice of Steins Gate. Ignoring Aiba's protests and making it this far was worth it.
つい勢いで連れ出しちまったが、本当に来てよかったのか。
I was the one behind this escapade, but being a reasonable adult, I felt like I had to get one final approval from her.
私の代わりなんていくらでもいるから。平気平気。
The receptionist of Mizuki's talent agency gave the most nonchalant reply. It was hard to tell if she was being just positive or self-deriding, but I didn't care as long as the answer was yes. This meant that there were no problems. I wanted to use this opportunity to get even closer to her, so as I drove, I began cooking up a plan of attack. First, I had to think about the way I'd refer to her, since she was nothing but the receptionist until now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would go ahead and change what I called her, and this would bring us closer than ever.
彼女の本名は確か遠州律子だったよ。
ついでに言えば
That
36
feels like the first time they ever say her name out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time I'm it's glad just
Iba's
I'm glad Iba's still here. You know,
Yeah.
she, sometimes she's referred to as a reptilian.
What was important was that we were close enough to travel together, so I could probably get away with calling her by her first name. Alright, with that decided, I would call her Ritsuko.
なあリツコ熱海に着いたらさ
I called her by her name as naturally as I could while maintaining a cool expression. He's so fucking cool. But then, her expression became overcast with such intensity I could almost hear it. Then, with her mouth half open, she glared at me with the ferocity of a hellhound. How'd you know my name?
ちょっとあんた今な
だからなあリツコって
おいこら気安く
Oh.
呼び捨てにしてんじゃね
I don't like this anymore. With a shout, she used her glittery pink nails to grab me by my chest and pull me to. I'm still on the road. Scree! My hands let go of the wheel, making the car sway outside the lane.
やめてとっても危ないから
だったら二度と私を呼び捨てにするな
ごめんなさい
分かればよろしい
Okay. As the fear made me weep and apologize, she quickly cooled down and let me go.
幼い頃からおばあちゃんに言われてんの自分の名前を呼び捨てで呼ばせていい男は
Oh, that makes sense as to why you
Wholesome.
decided to fuck me up.
なるほど。彼女が自分の SNS にアップしている投稿内容。
I will look that up just now and put on a smug expression.
でもラテッチは私にとってかなり特別な存在だからりっちゃんって呼んでもいいよ
ははありがたき幸せ
This didn't go as planned, but I still got permission to call her a nickname, successfully closing the distance between us.
あれってことはこの旅行も日帰りのご予定でしょうか
I was planning to stay for a while, but this made it seem like her defenses were pretty tough, so I hesitantly asked that question.
でもせっかくの熱海だしラテッチとなら一泊くらいしてもいいなりよ
So, while her grandma was against the first name thing, she didn't mind one-night stands. Granny, you're a legend. Thank you for raising the parent of such a wonderful daughter.
どうだアイボ俺はついに綺麗なお姉ちゃんを助手席に乗せることができたぞ夢は追い続ければ必ず叶えられるそれをついに体現してやったんだ
くだらん。これ以上は起きていても電池の無駄だ。熱海に着くまで充電しておいてくれ。
Abed then lowered her power and entered sleep mode. Upon reaching Atami, we toured the palace until evening game, and we had to start searching for a place to stay. Unfortunately, there were no free rooms, and we ended up driving on the surrounding mountain paths.
仕方ないからもう帰ろっか観光はできたから十分楽しかったしね
Oh, this was bad. If we left before finding a hot spring inn to stay at, I wouldn't get to enjoy her in a yukata. But right as I was about to give up, haunted hot springs. We found a faint light shining through the darkness of the forest. Oh. I parked the car in the small lot and passed through the door, where we were welcomed by the inn's proprietor.
温泉宿シュプールへようこそいらっしゃいました
シュプール
いいえカタカナではなく漢字でシュプールでございます
Not Sapporo?
よく俺のセリフがカタカナだって分かった
That aside, the name seemed kinda familiar. Felt like it was used by a boarding house in a game I used to play. That meant that if we stayed here, then...
I'm trying to think what game this is like visually referencing.
Oh, didn't it, like... I think I know. Something had a crossover recently with it. I can't remember what it was. Tonight at 12, somebody would die. Jokes aside, the proprietor said that the Ru part of Supuru had the meaning of first-class orb. Orb? I had no idea what he was talking about, but he seemed pretty proud about it.
一級品の玉というのはやっぱり男のシンボルである金の玉の
Wasn't it Street Fighter? Like in Japan? Like they got a collab with a murder mystery visual novel?
Maybe. That seems familiar.
Crackle. The moment I said that, Aiba woke up and shocked my head off from the inside. Ow!
なんだよまだ眠ってりゃよかったのに
お前がバカをすると相棒の私の名にも傷がつく旅が
This made me feel like I should have left her. Why'd I even bring her along?
それでお部屋の方ですが
It's haunted. Shit's haunted.
True.
When he brought that up, I asked him to get a room for each of us. Ritzy's reaction to being called by her first name left me scared, so I didn't want to put her in a worse mood. But as though he could tell what I actually wanted, he said the kind of phrase you'd expect in this situation.
大変申し訳ないのですが今日はご予約がいっぱいで
Thank you, Lord, for the blessings I'm about to receive.
りっちゃん一部屋しかないみたいだけどどうする
I asked her hesitantly. In response,
ラテッチが何もしないって約束するなら
she said that with a bashful smile. This brought the voltage of my heart even higher.
Honestly, the most surprising thing is that Aiba
お部
hasn't
屋は
jumped.
こちらでございます
We went up to the second floor and were led to a Japanese-style room covered in tatami.
さてと一っ風呂浴びてくる
I guess I'll join you. She took a yukata and casually left the room.
I like that, because of the style, they can just go to these places.
Yeah.
And they decided to go to Atami.
Yeah.
This is all just a scheme to pay for an Atami trip. I see you, Uchikoshi. I think you're slick.
Well, she did that.
Actually, it's not even Uchikoshi, I just realized.
No, it's
Shit.
the other guy. While she did that, I opened the closet, took out a couple of futons, and spread them out next to each other on the floor.
おい何をしてるんだ
Next thing I knew, Aiba appeared before me in a form that laid somewhere between shrimp and beautiful girl. Of course, she didn't actually exist in this space, only I could see her, thanks to my left eye.
見ればわかるだろ寝る準備だ
My special eye.
そんなことを聞いているんじゃない布団同士をもっと遠ざけろと言ってる
No! There's no space!
何もしないんだから
What can you
別
do?
に
You
近く
know?
ても構わないじゃないか
その言葉を信用するほど私がバカだと思うか
うるさいぞエビ頭いいからほっとけよ
なんだと
She's gonna blow your head off.
Yeah.
Before Ritzy has a chance to blow your head off.
I was about to say. One of these is a good option. One of these is a bad option.
A bright flash engulfed Aiba's fist, turning into electricity that struck me right in the head. Or at least that was what it looked like.
また頭に電撃を食らいたくなかったら布団
じゃあ少しだけだぞ
Well, hey, maybe I do want another one. Having no choice, I chose to put
hit me.
about 10 centimeters between the futons. What the fuck's a centimeter?
その程度で何が変わるというんだ最低でも10メートルは
The
遠ざけ
fuck's a meter?
電撃の威力がどんどん上がってるぞ俺の息の根を止める気か
まだ生きているだけありがたく思え
だいたい部屋の隅から隅まで離したって10メートルもあるもんか
だったらお前は廊下で寝ればいい
I don't want to sleep in the hallway. As we argued, the door opened up and Ritzy came back. It hasn't even been 15 minutes though, so she hadn't changed into a yukata yet. She still had dry hair too, which made it clear she hadn't gone into a hot spring.
ねえダテッチちょっと一緒に来てよ
Datechi.
もしかして温泉が
Finally, our dreams.
一緒に入ってほしいとか
I asked that, expecting a saucy event like the ones from my best DVDs, but she shook her head.
そうじゃなくてさりっちゃんのために景品を取ってほしいんだよね
On the first floor, there was an annex which contained a place where you could play smart ball. Oh,
Smart ball?
A common sight in
What is
Hotspur.
smart ball?
Well, smart ball was a retro game that was like a mix of pinball and pachinko.
Oh.
You got points by firing a ball and getting in the holes, and the points could be exchanged for various prizes. Ritzy said that she stumbled upon this place on the path to the hot spring. The sight made her nostalgic, and instead of going to the bath, she had just been playing smart ball instead.
このゲームおばあちゃん家にもあったの。こんな風に自動で弾が発射されるやつじゃなくて棒で弾をついて撃つやつだったけど。
それは多分家庭用のコリントゲームだな。ゲーム的にはスマートボールとほぼ同じルールだ。
Smart ball. For some reason, smart brain, the balls in these machines were black. The name was kind of off, too. Each machine had the words Choco Ball printed on them.
よっしゃー。こうなったらリベンジじゃ
Ritzy put in some money and began playing Choco Ball right by my side.
弾を掴んでバインバイン
Boing, boing.
Bang, bang.
穴に入れてバインバイン
Boing, boing.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
This was going inside her head if you, the last time you, did a quick sync into
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Which
What a-
implies she was talking about this fucking game.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what was going in.
What a song are you singing there?
子供の頃にこのゲームをやりながら自分で作詞作曲したの。ガチで上がる歌っしょ。
It means nothing else is going on in her head.
まあ子供と歌に罪はないが。
大人が歌うと何回
From a 36-year-old woman. Firing balls again and again, Ritzy continued humming the song. However, she wasn't very good at it, and it was clear that she'd run out of balls soon.
やっぱりダメだわ。というわけでだてちん、お願い。
え？
りっちゃんのために一等の景品をゲットしちゃってよ。
Win me a prize, big boy. She pointed at a bunch of shelves stocked with smart ball prizes. The one that stood out the most was a bear plush that easily surpassed a meter in size.
りっちゃんが欲しいのはあの一等のクマさんだな。
私ってさ、抱き枕がないと眠れないんだよね。
You can hug me.
でもどうせ抱いて寝るならぬいぐるみよりも生身の人間の方が。何しやがる。
Oh, I can't believe the chastity belt goes to. This is from Aiba.
Chastity eyeball.
ガチのガチ。おばあちゃんとは嘘つかないし。
よし、相棒。今すぐ弾の軌道を計算して
Fuck
確
yeah.
実に得点できる方法を
Fuck
教えてくれ。
よし任せろ。なんて私が言うとでも本気で思ってんのか。
Yes, please, do it.
いや、だがな、相棒。
I focused my gaze on one of the fourth class prizes, easily reached by anyone. It's a bug.
Snack?
Yep. No.
Well,
A
I mean,
snack.
any bug can be a snack.
In case this needed explaining, Aibo is an insect otaku to the point that seeing them was enough to affect her proper judgment.
相棒、もし手伝ってくれたら。
だって箱根足長小金さんを人質にするなんて卑怯だぞ。
りっちゃんのためなら手段は選ばん。どうだ、手伝う気になったか。
Quick, look up Hoplia Hakonesis. I'm going to say it's a cockroach.
虫。
Or a grasshopper.
Or grass roach.
And so, using Aiba's help, I cheated my way through the game and won both the insect figure and the bear plush.
Did you say wife through the game?
No.
I cheated my wife.
ガチで取ってくれてあざましい。
I watched her go towards the hot spring and prepared to go back to the room when suddenly her phone rang.
あれ？おばあちゃんからじゃん。
Grandma! She quickly answered, said, "Okay, I'll be right back, back right away," and ended the call.
大変。おばあちゃんが。
No!
え？
It turned out that her grandma, left alone at home, got a strained back and became immobile.
ごめんね、だてち。今から帰っておばあちゃんを見てあげなきゃ。
Shock! This is a real bolt out of the blue. The voltage within me instantly dropped. In my head, I heard Aiba let out a ha.
ああ、だったら家まで送っていくよ。
まだ電車が走ってるから平気。だからダテッチは楽しんでいってよ。
What's the fun in doing this alone?
いや、でもさ。
じゃあ今夜はこれを私だと思って抱きしめて寝てね。
Could say something, but I don't want to. Ritzy ruffled a hand against the bear in my arms, her massive milkers. I didn't think I'd ever read massive milkers like that in that context. Woohoo! The next day, they found out that I went to Atami instead of doing my job, and I was quickly fired from Abyss. Fortunately, I had no trouble getting another job. The proprietor here was deeply impressed by my chocoball skills, and I was able to get a job here. Doing what?
向こうに戻っても達者で暮らせよ。
おい、こんな真似をして呪ってやるからな。
I put on clothes with Supuru embroidered on them and used a cold delivery service to return her to Abyss. And now I lead a new, fulfilling life, teaching tourists how to play the game and collecting the balls. Damn. A small part of me still hopes that Ritzy will return someday. Damn, that sucks, bro. Solve the serial host bathroom theft case. What?
さあ、ひとみさん。あんないたずらっ子のことなど忘れて、今夜はこの俺と一緒に。
伊達さん、いい加減にしてください。イリスが誘拐されたかもしれない時に何を言ってるんですか?
Yeah. During the search for Iris, I paid a visit to the Sagan household. While there, I invited Hitomi on a date so forcefully that I left her infuriated.
Isn't Sagan?
I've always said Sagan. Sagan these nuts.
Japanese. Oh right, yeah. We made her real bad.
Made her fucking angry. With those words, he told me rushed out of her home and didn't come back no matter how long I waited. I had no idea what happened after that, but she somehow brought back Iris by herself and received commendations from the MPD. Damn! That bull kept rolling.
Girl boss.
And after a bunch of happenings, he told me he became a member of Abyss. Oh.
All right, yeah.
Before I knew
we did let her do that.
Had a post as my new boss. Replaced by her, Boss was demoted and became an investigator, just like me. You just piss everybody off.
Well,
Iris got home.
Yeah. This isn't a broken world line. Steins Gate? I wanted to go on a date really bad. I had a point. Inviting Hitomi on a date at that moment was way too forced. Still, I would say that's all's well that ends well. The host-crazed, unstable woman was replaced by the gentle Hitomi. No way I wouldn't be happy about this. Her confidence in me was still badly damaged, but I could easily kiss up to her and get back on her good side.
Smart. God dang.
All right.
A horny episode.
Okay.
Gotta say how horny all these extras are. All of them.
It was early afternoon of a workday. I visited my new boss's room and provided her with a hell of a service. Deeply seated in her chair and extending her bare legs, he told me he was moaning in response to my treatment.
Oh my god.
Damn. I put my hands away from her calf, including today's massage. Did she not get rid of... She did not get rid of anything.
こうして瞳ボスのお役に立てて至極光栄でございます。
Ever since she became my superior, I was kissing up to her like this. Then I wanted to kiss up to her.
嫌だわ。いくら相手が伊達さんだからって私ったらあんなはしたない声を出してしまって。
She put her hands on her slightly flushed face. It made her look very erotic and beautiful. It looked like it wouldn't be long until I regained her trust.
また足が疲れたら呼んでください。すぐに駆けつけますから。
ありがとうございます。でも仕事中にこんなことをさせてしまって。
Why are you asking? You're my
いい
boss.
のでしょうか。
もちろんですよ。
But you know.
前のボスなんて自分のかかとの角質を部下の前歯でこそげ落とそうとしていましたから。
Yeah, boss did do that, didn't she?
じゃあ今度私もそれをお願いしちゃおうかな。
ひとみさんの角質なら喜んで。
そんな冗談に決まってるじゃないですか。
I'm not. The word she said as she put her legs into sexy stockings had a playfulness to them. What? Iba, who was listening to our entire exchange, spat towards my brain.
Wait, she can do that?
Well, not really, but yeah. Massaging Hitomi's legs left me tired, so I went to take a rest at the control room. There, I found someone else spacing out next to a can of coffee.
元ボス、例の捜査は順調か？
Ex-boss.
当たり前でしょ。
That's fucked up.
私を誰だと思ってるの？
The previous boss turned around. She was currently looking into a certain case. It was called the Serial Host Bathroom Theft. Hosts were being taken on dates, put to sleep in public bathrooms, and then stripped of their wealth. Whatever substance put the victims to sleep also made them lose some of their memories, making them forget who the perpetrator was. Though, according to them, the culprit was a customer that they had just happened to meet and went on a date with. However, so far none of the whales who actually had the victims' numbers have come up as suspicious. Because of this, X-Boss believes that the perp is a low-paying customer who didn't leave much of an impression on the hosts. A whale in this context, by the way, is a customer who spends a lot on the goods and services provided by the establishment. This is one of those Iba little hint thingies.
Yeah.
だけど犯人に結びつく手がかりが少なすぎるのよね。
犯行現場がトイレじゃ監視カメラの映像もない。
I can't believe they're spoiling the plot to AI the Somnium Files 4.
誰か趣味で盗み取りでもしてくれてないかしら。
その発言はアウトだ。
X-Boss emptied the coffee can and sat down on a chair, clearly dissatisfied.
それにしても最近のアビスが扱う事件って日増しにしょぼくなってきてるわよね。
暇な部署なんだから仕方ないだろう。人件費削減ってやつだ。
そういえば伊達くん、最近はその暇を使って新しいボスにゴマをスリスリしてるって評判じゃない。
Well, of course.
ちょっと待て。誰がそんなことを言ってるんだ。
Ryuki.
確かな筋からの見
Iba.
そうか。
Ryuki.
龍気だな。元ボスにそんなことをチクるのは龍気に決まっている。
X-Boss still ordered the newbie around like he was her maid.
今やあの人は
Ryuki's still reliable. Come on.
Yeah.
どうしていつもあんなに偉そうなんだろう。
That was the grumble I heard from him recently.
それにしてもアビスってほんと給料少ないわよね。
おい、さっきから話がポンポン変わるな。情緒不安定か？
あのね、たった数ヶ月前に降格したのよ。ちょっとはかわいそうだと思いなさいよ。
I don't know, it's been a couple months. X-Boss became teary-eyed and barked at me. It seemed that I was on the mark about her stability.
だったら言及されて平社員の俺たちの気持ちが分かっただろ。
ああ、もうこんな話してたら腹が立ってきちゃった。こうなったら新しいボスに直談判ね。
Oh no.
何をする気だ。
Cat fight, cat fight.
ひとみさんの弱みを握って脅す気じゃないだろうな。
You just gotta remember one of her arms don't work.
Unless she's dancing.
Unless she's dancing, then she's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
X-Boss felt like it. Doing that much would be a piece of cake for her, so I get ready to protect Hitomi.
正々堂々と交渉するだけ。それにあなただってお給料が上がればキャバクラでもっと豪遊できるでしょ。
そりゃそうだが。
じゃあ決まり。二人で新しいボスと戦いましょう。
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
俺も戦うのか？
I'm fighting too? Ex-boss pumped herself up, crushed the empty can, and left the control room.
おい、ちょ待てよ。
Worried about Yutomi, I quickly rushed after her. 3 away, 3 away. Well, we got to Yutomi's
Or wait
room.
to count Aiba.
Well, can't really do anything. We found her sitting
up.
on the desk just like Ex-boss used to. There's a reason why she was doing this. Shortly after Yutomi came to Abyss, she had to talk with Ex-boss.
どうして普段椅子を使わず机に座っているんですか？
人の上に立つ者は椅子なんかに座ってちゃダメなの。いつだってもっと高い場所からみんなを見渡せるようにしておかなきゃね。
Okay. Yutomi seemed to take that very seriously, and now that she was the boss, she also always sat on the desk.
あら。
Ara. Their eyes met, and Yutomi put on a smile.
ちょっと話があるんだけど。
はい。何でしょう。
担当直入に言っちゃうけど、今すぐお給料を上げて。
そうですか。
Ex-boss was so straightforward that Yutomi became perplexed and her eyes widened.
でもそれは私の一存ではちょっと。
じゃあ上と掛け合ってきてよ。
I thought Ex-boss's pushiness would make her falter, but Yutomi remained steady as she looked down on Ex-boss and opened her mouth.
わかりました。
え？本当に？
本当に？
ただし、話を通す材料として現在担当されている事件を。
それって交換条件ってこと？
倉主さんの有能さを上にアピールする絶好のチャンスだと思います。
Sparks formed as the two looked right at each other. I felt like getting involved would get me burned, so I chose to just watch this battle from a safe distance for once. He did the smart thing.
犯人の目星ならついてるの。星は細客のキャバ嬢に違いないわ。
She said that as she spread a map of the pleasure quarter out on the table.
細客ってのはともかく、なんでキャバ嬢なんだ？
決まってるでしょ。ホストで憂さ晴らしする客の多くは男という生き物に幻滅しながらもイケメンにチヤホヤだけはされたいキャバ嬢だからよ。
Damn.
完全に自分を棚に上げたの。
偏見がヒールを履いて歩いてるようなやつだ。
だから事件現場から遠くないキャバクラを手当たり次第に調べていけば必ず犯人にたどり着くわ。
Everyone?
なるほどな。ってなんで俺がそんな話を聞かされているんだ？
決まってるでしょ。こうなったら伊達くんも手伝いなさいよね。
言っとくが、俺はもうあんたの部下じゃない。
部下といえばあなた、新しいボスと仲良しだからってひいきされてるでしょ。
That slanderous accusation made me raise my voice.
ひいきだなんてとんでもない。俺だって彼女の信用を取り戻したくて毎日好かれるよう頑張ってるんだ。
By making her do sexy moans.
ほら、やっぱり新しいボスにゴマを吸ってるんじゃない。
ゴマを吸って何が悪い？
I don't know, boss. Maybe her ex-boss, sorry. Maybe you should give her some massages. My needlessly honest reply made ex-boss grin and stand before me.
手伝わないなら、あなたが大宮のキャバ嬢に入れ上げてること、新しいボスにバラすわよ。
なんだと？
そうなったらこれまで吸ってきた努力がゴマの泡ね。
それを言うなら水の泡だ。
Still, how did she even know that I was spending money on Omiya's hostesses? She has her ways. The moment I wondered that, Ryuki's face came to mind. Right, when the two of us went drinking, I got wasted and spilled it. God damn it, Ryuki, you fucking ass. Can't even fucking give me something, dude.
どうやら弱みを握られたのはお前の方だったみたいだな。
A few minutes later, I was driving in my car with ex-boss by my side.
まずは一緒に行って聞き込みの手本を見せてあげる。
新人じゃあるまいし、バカにしてるのか？
バカにはされていない。
I was out of my eye socket and instead nested in the wheel. I was completely free to talk to ex-boss.
そういうこと。最初から一人で行かせると そのまま遊んじゃいそうだからね。
No. Our destination was a pleasure quarter near the crime scenes. Apparently all of them took place within 3 kilometers from here. With the area being what it was, there were tons of hostess clubs around, and the questioning wouldn't be easy.
全部の店を回る気か？
What the fuck's a kilometer?
Yeah, what the fuck are they talking about?
もたもたしてたら犯人に感づかれて逃げられちゃう
I
でしょ。
measure things in football fields.
くそ。こうなったら全部の店のキャバ嬢とメアドを交換してやる。
And not that stupid European football.
そんなことをしたところでこの車に乗ってくれるお姉ちゃんなんているものか。
そういえば私が伊達くんの車に乗るのってこれが初めてよね。
言われてみればそうかもな。
これまで私の他にはどんな美女を乗せて
No, I just had one when we went to Atami. Shut up. And then I lost my job, but that was a different timeline. X-Boss's face held a mischievous smile.
それは私が代わりに答えよう。イリスと水木と私だ。
つまり全員ガキだ。
失礼な。私は子供じゃないぞ。
この世に生まれて数年しか経ってない。十分ガキじゃないか。
なら大人の女性は私が初めてね。それも絶世の美人だし感謝してもらわなきゃだわ。
I'm very grateful. Date, on the other hand, probably isn't.
なあ、元ボス。
何よ、クレームなら受け付けないわよ。
今更だが、ドブネズミみたいだった俺を拾ってくれた元ボスには。
Oh, that's cute.
ありがとう。
Certain memories came back to me, and I thanked her for the first time in years.
ちょっとどうしちゃったの？急にそんなこと言い出して気持ち悪いわね。
別にいいだろ。たまには礼ぐらい言っても。
分かった。ここでいい雰囲気にしといて、後で私を押し倒す気でしょ
う。なわけあるか。
照れちゃって可愛いわね。
たく、礼なんか言うんじゃなかったぜ。
でも不器用同士、案外お似合いかもしれないぞ。
Shut up, Iba.
黙れ。さもなければ今すぐ窓の外に放り出してやる。
Oh God.
Wow. Yo.
Damn,
and there's
Kamurocho
Kiryu.
Kamurocho looks beautiful. God, this really is Pink Street. We arrived at the destination and walked out in the dry asphalt.
I love Gang of Dragon.
X-Boss led the way as we walked towards our first hostess club, the sight of which filled me with shock.
ちょっと待て。ここはゴールドドラゴンスフィアじゃないか。
Gold Dragon Sphere. That's a sick-ass name, actually. Gold Dragon Sphere was a hostess club I frequented. In fact, I'd been here just last night.
Yeah, sounds like it.
全然良くない。ここで聞き込みなんかしたら。
It's kind of funny to forget that we're playing in Tokyo.
Yeah.
We can just go here.
You just go here.
往生際が悪いわね。アビスの捜査官ならそのくらい我慢しなさいよ。
いや、俺は遠慮しておく。
As I prepared to leave, X-Boss held up her phone and put on a grin.
新しいボスに報告しておいた方がいいかしら。伊達くんが大宮のキャバ嬢に。
くそ、わかったよ。行きゃいいんだろ、行きゃ。
Oh shit!
Oh hell yeah.
Whose feet? Who consent?
Watch it be mannequins.
Tarantino, are you here? Inside, dancers on the stage.
Golden Globes were yesterday.
Oh, were they? And we're in the Golden Dragon Sphere. That's kind of like a globe. Dancing around the
It's
poles.
just a generic globe. Orb.
The golden poles they were holding on to seemed to be modeled after serpentine dragons rising into the sky. They were the club's namesake.
ダンサーの手によって昇天する黄金色の竜。な、最高のパフォーマンスだろう。
Ignoring my excitement, X-Boss got permission to enter and talk to Akemi, the most popular hostess here.
こんにちは。警察なんだけどちょっといいかしら。
Akemi's face turned pale as she left the customer she was accompanying and, to everyone's surprise, became prostrate before X-Boss.
おみそれしやした。ご察しの通り、窃盗の犯人は私でございます。
Oh, okay.
え？
でも、どうして私が犯人だと分かったんでしょうか？
With her head kissing the floor, Akemi asked the question, Ex-boss responded by puffing her chest.
そんなの決まってるでしょ。警察で鍛え上げた長年の会。
We did it!
Also, wait, was that I think that was voice acted by the same Akemi.
Probably. And so...
Just for funsies.
Funsies. I mean, a little Easter egg. The serial host bathroom theft case reached an uneventful conclusion.
でも彼女、私たちが例の事件で捜査に来たって。
それはだな。
Knowing that it would come to light during questioning anyway, I just went and said it. The reason Akemi knew was very simple. Last night, I was drunk and wanted to look cool in front of her, so I went and spoke about the various cases we at Abyss were dealing with. Fucking hell. Date, you fuck. I even went as far as to mockingly talk about my recently demoted superior, all while showing her photos of ex-boss.
Oh no. Oh no.
Soon after that, when it came to light that I used classified police info for booze chatter, he told me got mad at me in more ways than one, and hit me with a pay cut. Meanwhile, it was also revealed that ex-boss was abusing police funds. You really are a perfect couple, actually. Hold on. For her close host club adventures, turning her rays into a distant dream. Yours truly. Who the fuck is Finn?
Human?
Valor? Porno Mag Quest, the legendary mag. Tanabi. Tamaya. Kaguya. The day we played with the fireworks at Bloom Park. The light destruction we caused got me put under house arrest, leading to boring days I spent locked up at my place. The Iris case that I was investigating was closed too. Hina solved every puzzle and saved her. Well, nice. Mizuki, don't call me Officer Dumbass. I am.
Listen, you're only... this is a terrifying statement, by the way.
You got caught literally playing with fire, and now you spend all day in your computer looking at porn.
Give me one reason you deserve to live.
Mizuki, I'm your dad.
Well,
I'm your dad. You're, adoptive father. I love you. As I was killing time at the PC, Mizuki grumbled that to me. Exactly. The moment she gave me a cold glare, the phone I'd thrown on the sofa began to ring.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna play the whole thing.
Dang, the DS sound font goes crazy.
So they fucking great, dude. The ringtone was an Ace song I liked. Invincible Rainbow Arrow.
Yeah, again.
Gen! I answered the phone to hear Gen, who had a somewhat serious tone. What? Again, I can't.
Oh god, I remember this one. God damn it. I was like, I don't remember where this goes.
Our very souls? What do you mean, Gen? Oh.
They're canceling porno mags.
Oh no. If that was the case, I really had no choice. Readying myself for the penalty, I went out to my friend's restaurant. As long as you don't tell, snitch.
Exactly.
Don't be a snitch. Damn it. If I knew I'd be like this,
I will take this eyeball out and throw it over the ocean.
Don't do that. We need her.
Also, she can fly.
I deeply regretted letting her convince me back then. I arrived at Brahmin World Cuisine. Gen was in the middle of his cooking prep.
伊達さん、お待ちしてました。
ゲン、重大な話ってのは何なんだ？
それがですね。
He beckoned me to the counter and began whispering in my ear.
なんだと？
Nandato! Upon hearing what he had to say, I almost collapsed right where I stood. What was it? According to Gen, some places in the secondhand bookstore town he frequented had acquired a legendary porno mag collection that every enthusiast would want. Damn. Guys, we gotta go. We gotta find this.
All right,
I've already booked my flight.
Apparently, a porno mag collector that was famous among the rest of us was so broke he had to let go of his entire library. And that man, Uchikoshi.
That's like One Piece.
You want my legendary porn magazine collection?
I left it all in One Piece.
A one-piece swimsuit, by the way.
Oh, Subashi.
I couldn't believe my ear. I pinched my cheek and it hurt real bad, making me accept reality.
Oh
my god!
I was joking.
Yo.
I was joking.
You need to know not to joke.
That's so funny.
I don't even remember.
A video where he said those words went up just recently, causing a hell of a stir in the world of Ero Magotaku. I really wanted it. I had to get it at all costs. Ken, we're putting together a team. Get Lee in.
こんな貴重な情報を教えてくれてありがとう。さすがは心の友、エロ本仲間だぜ。
けれど、
エロ仲間。
私は仕込みがあるので、店を開けることができないのです。
No, Ken.
店なんか今日くらい休んじゃ
You're my Sanji.
いや、太田の店に負けるわけにはいかないのです。だから。
Gen was wearing a mask, but I could clearly see tears rolling from his eyes.
わかったよ、ゲン。俺が必ずそのお宝を手に入れて、ゲンに中身を拝ませてやるからな。
おい、わかっているのか？お前は今、謹慎中なんだぞ。
Not anymore.
それがどうした？何人であっても、今の俺を止めることはできないぜ。
いや、別に止める気はない。
The treasure chest is just a giant pair of tits.
Ah, Guinevere. I tried to overcome
able to open it.
this predicament.
It's a literal treasure.
Aw. Using an unconventional approach, but my left eye remained vacant. I think they were there anyway. Damn it, this cheap AI wasn't advanced enough for my refined attempt at negotiation. Split up! Though that was clearly a task that was too difficult for me alone. No, she's gonna say no. She's going to say no, you idiot. As I expected, Aiba was too hard-headed to help me. I had no choice but to call a different helper. Lian! Ganesh! I told him the details of this once-in-a-lifetime event. After making Lian go there, I also called Ryuki and told him he had a big case on our hands. I mean, he'll do anything, so...
Don't snitch!
As long as you don't snitch, you asshole! And I know you got some loose lips!
Hey, yo!
事件というのは何ですか?
That one artist that I put in the Discord every once in a while, he does Kaname Ryuki art.
Yeah, I do see. I've seen it. Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
He's
now,
playing both sides.
Every day I see that art on my timeline.
I've seen them in the bunny suits. Yep.
God damn.
Make that the thumbnail. Oh.
With passion in my voice, I asked him to look for the porno mags. As you'd expect, it made him mad. What? But it's for me, though. It's your old pal Date. Need some porn. Don't say that. Why are you so animated? He says Tama. Tama put on a smug expression. You don't have to be. You can be your own man and look for porno mags with me. Clearly frustrated, he punched the floor as his eyes teared up. Gen wasn't saying anything, but he looked at the punched floor like he was worried. Tama seemed to be far more enthusiastic about the porno mags. Well, yeah, she was made in your image. Ryuki might have been
swap eyes.
too broken, but if Tama was with us, she would be a great help. Ryuki was unwilling, but with some consoling and convincing from Tama, they left and I reported the situation again. What? The monkey and the dog.
Oh, momentary.
What the pheasant? Oh. You wrote this, hold on.
Wow.
I'm gonna be king of the porno mags. Don't ask Mizuki.
Too bad.
Damn it.
Well, he's under house arrest. Is there anyone else in the house?
She would instantly refuse if I asked her over the phone. I rushed home and bowed before her. Yeah.
What? This is just the Yakuza sub story.
It is, but the kid doesn't.
It was fine when
want...
Kiryu did it, huh?
The kid doesn't want the porn.
Kiryu did not ask a child to buy porn.
That is true, but he presented it as such.
She was holding up a dumbbell, making her intent to kill painfully clear. Shit. Oh my god.
Oh, you idiot.
Suplex. Suplex.
Ow.
Quickly beaten by your combat technique, I was up against the wall. I channeled the last of my strength to beg for mercy, making her let out a sigh and drop the dumbbell. I will. Anything you want, my beautiful daughter. I almost died without becoming the king of the porno mags, but it helped me secure my third accomplice. With a grumpy pheasant at my side and a jolly mood, I went straight to the second-hand book town.
Thank you, Leanne.
The moment we met up at the secondhand bookstore town, our monkey turned against us.
なるほど、わかった。ならばどっちが先に幻のエロ本を手に入れるか。
Which is in character for the monkey.
だが、こっちには助っ人がいるってことを忘れるなよ。
助っ人が小学生じゃ負ける気がしねえな。
You call her a brat one more time. I'm gonna kick you in the balls so hard. With those words from Leanne, Mizuki, who didn't seem any bit motivated, suddenly looked all fired up.
いいだって、あのライオン髪には絶対負けないからね。
当たり前だ。
Thus began the fight over the porno mags. Mizuki and I quickly decided to split up and begin the search.
で、探してる本はなんてタイトルなの？
I don't know.
さあな、たくさんあるのでよく。
God damn it. Just no research.
ちょっと待ってよ、それじゃ探しようがないじゃん。
I want to eat... Oh, your pancreas.
I want to eat your ass.
The
Yes, the
XXX. Suspect Wyoming.
Whoa.
Low ass missile. Want to ass for ass.
I want sex for sex.
You do? It's a weird deal.
I actually knew a bunch, but none of them had titles I could tell to Mizuki, even with the censored bits.
水木は古本屋の店主に聞いて回って伝説の本を買い取った店を見つけたら。
わかった。見つけたらすぐに電話だね。
頼んだぞ。じゃあ今から捜査開始だ。
Unfortunately, none of the dozens of places we visited first had any legendary porno mags. Things got especially bad when Ryuki was summoned by Boss, making me feel uncertain that we could find the treasure. Time passed by as we failed to find a single one, and eventually the sun began to set. The bookstores began closing one by one, and I was at a loss.
仕方がない。諦めて水木と夕飯でも食って帰るか。
Overcome with weakness, I looked at a lit-up ramen place, but then I got a message from Mizuki. No shit!
何？本当か？
でも未成年だからって取っておいてもらうこともできなかったよ。
記事、よくやったぞ。すぐそっちに行くから待ってろ。
Would you call me?
この店には一冊しかないみたい。いつ売り切れても不思議じゃないから急いでね。
Following Mizuki's phone's GPS, I rushed to the promised land. Heaven.
だって遅いな。
As Mizuki, waiting at the store, was becoming frustrated, Leon made his entry there. Wasting absolutely no time, he rushed deeper into the store and came back with the prize Mizuki had found.
よっしゃー！伝説のエロ本をゲットだぜー！
Kill him.
Is he okay?
私が小学生じゃなかったら。
Don't say that. Quick, we need BB. But I, who arrived shortly after, was extremely happy to hear that.
ライアン、よくやった。
どうして負けたのに喜んでるんだよ。
As I stood next to Mizuki, Leon handed me the porno mag he had just bought. Oh my god.
やっぱり
4D
助っ
chess.
人に頼んでよかったな。
どういうこと？
As she became reasonably confused, I revealed my plan to her.
実を言うとな、ライアンは今でも俺たちの仲間なんだ。
He was never a traitor.
は？
Huh?
あの時は水木ちゃんの闘志に火をつけるために俺は
お前さえ本気になってくれればこの勝負は勝ったも同然だったからな。
そんでもって水木ちゃんから情報をもらったダテッチは俺の方にもすぐ連絡をくれたってわけ。
ライアンがお前を煽ったおかげで闘志がメラメラと燃え上がっただろ。
俺たちって冴えてる。
エロ本仲間の絆は永遠だ。
He's gonna get caught. We were so happy we started doing a little dance right here in the store.
じゃああんたは私を騙してたってこと？
No, 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 no. Yes.
いたいけな小学生の心をもてあそんだってことだよね。
Mizuki didn't share her sentiment, though. I could see a red flame burning deep in her eyes.
水木。
お望みならい
No. No. You're supposed to do that later. She jumped me, but I dodged and immediately began running.
やめろ水木。これはかの有名な伝説のエロ本新団地妻シリーズ。今夜は私がおかずの初版本なんだぞ。
New apartment complex wife series. I'm what's for dinner tonight. That's a long title. That's a long title.
It's catchy.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a good bow. I went on to leave the legendary porno mag against home for safekeeping. But needless to say, the collection I'd been hiding within the speakers was consumed by fire before the day was out. God damn it. Good movie, good movie. What happened that night?
What did happen that night?
I guess we're gonna find out. Oh. My name is Hina Tsukiyono. Hina Perspective, a member of MPD's Special Investigation
Squad. Oh, this is canon, actually.
Abyss.
I think this is the canon novel, at least.
Oh. This story is a record of a tragic event that happened before I was tasked to be Abyss's sync operator. Oh no! This is gonna be a sad one. That day, I was obeying boss's orders to build a particular device, staying up late into the night to get it done. Unfortunately, the AC went into maintenance mode at night and shut down. The room I was working in was sweltering, driving me to chug bottled water after every chance I got. Yeah, but it's a really cool machine. I was the only one here, so I often complained about the situation allowed to vent. I grumbled even as I continued my work, and by 3 a.m. I finally reached a good stopping point. Never do this shit at 3 a.m. Thanks to this project, I'd been living like this for the past few days. I'd become an engineer by choice, but all-nighters were a bit harsh for a woman in her 30s. If I was going to be staying up late, I'd rather do it playing video games. But tomorrow, my shift would begin in the afternoon. I was already getting ready to game until morning. I also had to record some Let's Plays. Let's Play!
Hina is you.
Shit. She's perfect. But she's a lesbian. Damn. It's been a while since I did that.
Lesbians are great friends.
They are. I couldn't be bothered to change, so I went to the elevator hall in the same clothes I'd been working in. The door to the elevator I was waiting for opened up, and I was surprised to see a person come out of it. With the time being what it was, I was completely sure I was the only one around. That man seemed to be just as surprised as I was. His face was familiar to me. Wow, it's Date in the flesh, I thought to myself. He was an Abyss investigator and a sinker. I'd passed him by in the hallway once, but I was so tense that I couldn't even greet him. Word among us engineers was that Date was very handsome and cool.
Wow.
Amazing what
How
people
many
were.
engineers are there?
Her and Pewter. So,
Pierce, he did a rider kick. Are you saying rider kicks are not cool? Come on.
he did a rider kick, dude. You of all people, now of all times, are also say rider kick.
As you bought a belt
canonically, this Data is
today.
Date cool.
So okay, hold on.
That's canon to me.
If he has a suit on, would he be cool?
Would he? Who knows?
Handsome people had always made me nervous, so I honestly couldn't handle them very well. But now that I got a chance to look up at him from look up, yeah, you're so short. I could see that the others weren't lying. He really was a looker.
Oh,
bisexual. He asked me with a tone so casual you'd never think he was an Abyss agent. It actually wasn't our first meeting, but I was so tired and tense that my brain wasn't working properly.
前からいたにしては見かけない顔だな。
伊達さんの知っている人つながりでいくと、天沼さんが私の先輩っす。
天沼？ああ、ピュータのことか。
はい、私が心から尊敬している先輩っす。
まあとにかく給料は安いけど、一応は安定の公務員だし、お互い。
こんな時間まで大変ですね。伊達さんも徹夜仕事っすか？
まあちょっとな。
He gave me a vague reply, dodging the question. He was probably embarrassed to admit it, but I could tell he hadn't been working all night like me. He seemed pretty drunk. Yeah, that's him. The smell alone was enough. He reeked of booze.
そっちこそ、こんな時間までご苦労さん。
私はもう上がりっす。ではこれにて失礼するっす。
I walked into the elevator, but then...
しまった。
Date pried open the closing door and got in. He then leaned towards me. What the fuck did you do? And pushed me against the inner wall of the unintentional kabedon? Huh? What? What? Was this a kabedon? A ritual that protagonists from old dramas use when approaching their heroines? She's such a nerd. This was basically our first meeting. Was I seriously about to get a love confession from him? The suddenness of it all shook me. How could it not? Even I had girlish fantasies. My face must have been glowing red. Imagine the embarrassment if he had noticed. But Date quickly pulled himself away from me.
おっと、すまない。連日の捜査で疲れが溜まっててな。足がもつれちまった。
Ooh.
And said those words.
Okay, maybe she's bisexual.
His tone apologetic. She's probably bisexual.
He's bisexual, she's bisexual. Are there any other bisexuals I should be knowing about? Ryuki enters the frame.
I can't tell with him, though.
Tama
Maybe it's just...
and Date.
I mean, well, Tama's not real, so...
Yeah, but Tama, they keep alluding that they fuck somehow. I don't know how. But they do.
I don't know if he's into it. It caught me off guard. I was so nervous, I felt like I might puke.
実は地上に忘れ物をしてきたのを思い出した。
I stood next to him and pressed the close button on the elevator's controls. Oh, they're gonna get stuck in the elevator. In retrospect, he probably just tripped over his own feet because he was drunk. I wasn't in the right state of mind to think that at the time, though. My tired, surprised brain was telling me he wanted to be alone with me. My heart was racing. But right when the elevator was about to reach its destination... Kerchunk. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, the world around us began to shake and metallic sounds echoed from the walls and ceilings. Ceiling.
Ceilings.
There's multiple?
In an elevator? Yeah, kind.
All at once, the elevator's motors fell silent and didn't start up again even after the shaking stopped.
おいおい、マジかよ。
God, it's going to turn into Ace Attorney all over again. My claustrophobia made me panic and scream at the top of my lungs.
おい、落ち着け。今から警備室に連絡してやるから。
Meanwhile, Date remained calm and talked into the elevator speaker, which was connected to the security room.
よし、通信装置は生きてるみたいだぞ。
According to security on the other side, restoring power to the elevator would take about an hour.
でも、今の俺たちにできることはないしな。
Well, we have an hour. He had a point. Do you know about Parcheesi? I had no choice but to hunker down on the floor and wait.
こういうのって、まるでパニック映画みたいだと思わないか？
His words had a hint of amusement in them.
映画だとこの後、私たちはどうなっちゃうんすか？
そうだな。 またダメ押しの地震が来て、エ
Date.
レベーターが急降下するんだ。そんでもって俺たちはぐしゃってわけ。
Date, shut the fuck up.
そんな死に方は絶対嫌っす。
すまん、今のは冗談だ。なあ、ひな。
Oh
ところで
shit.
吊り橋効果って知ってるか？
Oh no, he's a Nuchikoshi character.
My crying made him take back what he said and change the subject.
揺れる吊り橋の上にいる男女が恐怖でドキドキすると、それが恋愛感情だと勘違いするって心理現象っすよね。
だったら俺たちもこういう緊急時のドキドキから恋に落ちる可能性があるかもな。
それはないっす。そもそも私はイケメン苦手っす。
Oh,
だから伊
okay.
達さんは絶対無理っす。
それってひなには俺がイケメンに見えるってことか？
いや、私が言ってるわけじゃないっす。交通課の子たちが言ってるだけ
A
っす。
traffic division? Oh hell
You mean
no.
the traffic division? He was messing around to distract me. Before I knew it, I'd forgotten to be afraid and gradually managed to relax. Also, he just had this sort of
Gotcha.
aura.
Wise.
He's got aura. Puts you at ease around him. Barely any time had passed since we met, but I could already chat comfortably with him.
その面どうかしたんすか？
Yeah, I don't have one. His left eye was closed the whole time, and my curiosity got the better of me.
ああ、これは
Dante explained that the something he'd forgotten upstairs was Aiba. How do you forget Aiba? Been drinking at a nearby bar and had Aiba drive when he returned to Abyss.
Oh.
He'd gotten so drunk that when he got out, he tossed her into the glove box without thinking.
Hiya! Just you stay in there, little buddy. That might be worse than the ocean
Yeah,
that Pierce wanted to throw her into.
that's even so. She's
Yeah.
also in a claustrophobic situation right now.
相棒があまりにも
She'll
不
get
便っす。
over it.
それより
They
眠
always
ってていい
do.
ぞ。復旧したら起こしてやるよ。
いや、全然平気なのでお気遣いなく。
まあ、こんな状態じゃ眠れないか。
Even though I was tired, I couldn't take that suggestion. What if he tried to do something pervy? Yeah. Even worse, I really had to go to the bathroom. Oh.
Had to piss.
Well, my mouth's right here. I had drunk so much water while working, I felt like I was going to burst. I checked the time and realized that the elevator would take over 40 more minutes to restore. Maybe your bladder will just do that thing where it just forgets.
True.
Oh no, I probably wouldn't be able to hold it long enough. Why is it partially piss fetish?
突然のこ
Or
とで驚かれると思いますが。
No, they
トイレ
would
に行き
never.
たいっす。
No. It's either piss fetish or wedding fetish.
I don't like either, actually. I'll take neither.
It's
Unable
not a
to-
fetish. It's just people have to pee sometimes, I think.
I informed him of the coming. Well, it's also Dante's right here, so I don't know. I'll kind of link it.
我慢できないのか？
かなり激ヤバっす。
そうだ。コンビニのレジ袋なら俺のポケットの中にあるぞ。
そんなとこにするくらいなら死んだ方がマシっす。
待てよ。映画やドラマだとこういう時。
What do they do? Struck with some idea, he looked up at the ceiling.
エレベーターシャフトに出て用を足すっていうのはどうだ？
そんなことをしたら
It's not
お
the
嫁
worst.
に行けなくなるっす。
でもこの中で垂れ流すよりマシだろ？
ワンチャン伊達さんが乗ってなければここで知らんぷりしてできたっす。
俺のせいかよ。
It's all your fault. This meaningless exchange continued for a while, but eventually I couldn't hold it any longer and steeled myself to climb the elevator ceiling.
どうだ？飽きそうか？
Dante lifted me on his shoulders, letting me push against the ceiling panel.
力いっぱい押しても開かないっす。
諦めるな。頑張れ。
Yeah.
These are good Hina noises. As I tensed up, a little problem occurred, making me let out a light gasp.
開いたか？
まだっす。
じゃあ今のあはなんだ？
Leaky.
なんでもないっす。
んそういえば首の後ろがじっとりと
Oh! I would be so embarrassed. Oh.
I love Hina.
だから温かいの当たります。
バリー
そのくらいにもっと押し上げてください。このままじゃ力が入れづらいっす。
Given that the gasp wasn't the only little thing that escaped me, I desperately changed the subject.
じゃあ一斉の背で行くぞ。ひなも。
はい、お任せくださいっす。
一斉の。
せや
Get me the fuck out of here!
I finally raised part of the ceiling and successfully entered the elevator shaft.
よしひな、これでやりたい放題だ。よかったな。
その表現下品すぎるっす。それと私がしている間は耳を塞いでおいてほしいっす。
Chat, plug
I
your
love
ears.
Hina.
Despite all that, I was too embarrassed to actually go through with it. I ended up dropping back into the elevator with my bladder still full.
本当に復旧まで我慢できるのか？
人間その気になれば不可能はないっす。
まあいいや。じゃあ次は俺の番だな。
どういうことっすか？
俺も飲みすぎてな。今すぐにでも用を足したいんだ。
Late night drinking does that.
Yeah, with a quick jump, he started to pull himself up through the exit above. But I quickly grabbed him by the waist to keep him from going.
おい、一体どういうつもりだ？
ダメっす。伊達さんも我慢してほしいっす。私の頭上でそんなことするなんてセクハラっす。下品すぎるっす。
おっ
No?
So it's not sexual harassment if you do it.
No.
Ah, okay. I pulled him so hard that he ended up losing his grip and fell headfirst into the... Damn. Okay. He might have been able to catch himself under normal circumstances, but he was so drunk that he couldn't break his fall, and then he died.
大丈夫ですか？
And then he pissed. Oh no.
ごめんなさい。そんな伊達さん、
And he's dead.
Good Metal Gear. 40 minutes later, the elevator was restored and we were retrieved from there. Tata was unconscious, so he was taken straight to the hospital. Of course, by the time the rescue team got there, he'd lost control of his bladder. Yeah.
ひな、エレベーターの中に酔った伊達くんと二人きりで大丈夫だった？
Boss was called for this emergency too, and that was the first thing she asked me, clearly interested.
もちろんっす。それよりも私の緊急事態はまだ終わってないっす。
I like the wording there, interested, not concerned, but interested.
Yeah, no, she does not give a shit. It's funny for her.
I didn't want her to find out more than that, so I rushed to the bathroom at long last. Before my shift, I went to visit Date. But by the time I arrived at the hospital, he'd already been discharged. As I was about to just leave, I ran into Boss, who was handling the bill.
伊達くんたら頭をぶつけた拍子にあの日の記
Oh,
憶が飛んじゃった
you
み
gotta reintroduce yourself.
そうなんすか？
How far?
あの時は近くの酒場で飲んでて仮眠を取ろうと
No
アビス
amnesia
に
for
寄ったところまでは
Kaname
覚えてるんだが。
じゃあその後エレベーターに乗ったことは？
Oh, he doesn't remember getting pissed on a little bit.
何も覚えてないんだって。
伊達さんに私のことを話しましたか？
Dante's the kind of guy I expected to be like happy for that.
Yeah.
うちのエンジニアとエレベーターに閉じ込められたってことは話したけど、
Probably has to be someone he
なん
doesn't
でそんな
know.
こと聞くの？
ボス、できればそのエンジニアが私だったってことは。
Like I'm a coworker
まあ
person.
別に
I
いいけ
don't
ど
like.
ね。
I don't want to get pissed on by her.
Yeah.
Now, if it's just a random hot lady, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Boss
just
folder.
a no piss household.
No piss policy.
Nope, nope. Keep that
Some-
shit to yourself.
You got
No
an-
bathroom access.
You have an NPP in place.
I got a PP in place, but I don't use it.
Boss folded her arms, looked at my desperate face, and chuckled.
じゃあその代わり、あなたにはこれからもアビスのために人一
Why is it?
Blackmail?
Why is it always blackmail with you? Huh? Why? Why is it always blackmail with you?
合点承知の助、あの装置も速攻で仕上げてみせるっす。
Oh, good lord.
あら、頼もしいじゃない。じゃあお願いね、ひな。
I mean, if you put it like that, I can't refuse.
Yeah, exactly. Why did I go so far to make Boss keep this a secret? My first real meeting with Dante was so awful that I didn't want him to remember me like that. But I can laugh at it like a fond memory now. After all, it was because of what happened back then that I had no problems talking to Dante later. Looking back, the reason I said what I did back then, we met again in the sync room, was because a part of me actually wanted to remember how we first met.
あの日の夜のこと忘れちゃったの？
Or she introduced herself like that.
The Ao no You Shakedown.
I don't know you.
Yeah. Iris had gone into an escape game only to end up kidnapped. With that whole mess behind us, I was recovering on a much-needed day off. Since it was right before payday, I was calculating if I had the funds on hand for an upcoming mission. That is to say, marching into the Hostess Club for the first time in a good while. My destination would be the usual haunt, Golden Dragon Sphere, a very refined place where customers were treated to pole dances. The dancers' golden poles were modeled after serpentine dragons rising to the sky and served as the club's namesake. I feel like I've read that before.
だって全然お湯が出ないんだけど。
Shit. However, this day, our plumbing broke and I had to call a repair company.
修理が来るのは明日だ。一日くらい風呂に入らなくても大丈夫だよな。
そんなの絶対に嫌だよ。
But why?
大したことじゃないだろう。わがまま言うなよ。
だってなんて加齢臭がすごいから一日でもお風呂入らなかったらかなり匂うよ。
Old man stink, old man stink.
俺はイケメンだから臭くならないんだ。
キャバクラのお姉ちゃんに
I
嫌われてもい
unfortunately
い
had
な
old
ら
man
そうやって
stink
気づかないふりし
like
てれば
10
いい。
years ago.
Damn, I'm sorry.
何
I take a
To be
quick...
fair, you were 30 years old.
Shut the fuck up! I'm not that old.
Took a quick whiff of my armpits, but honestly I didn't smell much of anything.
俺って普段からそんなに臭いか？
臭いよ。私はもう慣れたから平気だけど。
If that was true, this was pretty bad. A matter of life or death, actually. I tried contacting the repairman again, but there was no way they'd agree to come any earlier than tomorrow.
仕方ない。こうなったら銭湯に行くか。
Bathhouse. Oh, bathhouse episode.
前にひとみさんからおすすめの銭湯を教えてもらったんだ。
Following the GPS for about half an hour, we arrived at the bathhouse.
ここがひとみさんおすすめの銭湯、青
You
の
arrived
湯
at the bass house.
Bass house.
Fish. Fish, fish, fish.
ひとみさんによれば昭和の頃からやってるらしい。
The bathhouse had an old-fashioned appearance and a nostalgic aura, along with a standout feature in its tall chimney. It was renovated just a few years ago, but they prioritized keeping the classic look.
じゃあ30分後にここで待ち合わせな。
帰りは外でラーメン食べてから帰ろうね。
外食するとキャバクラの資金が厳しくなるんだが。
じゃあなおさらラーメン。
レムニスの社長だろ？そのくらいおごれよ。
だって子供にたかって恥ずかしくないの？
No, he doesn't. It's his middle
風呂
name.
代は俺が持つんだから別にいいだろ？
You know name Kaname Mooch Date.
Yeah. As Misaki let out a sigh, I saw two uniformed officers arrive. They were about to pass the curtain into the bathhouse when I reflexively called out to them.
おい、何かあったのか？
They explained the situation once I showed them my police ID. There's a reported burglary. According to witnesses, the culprit was seen running into this very bathhouse.
犯人は中肉中背の男性で年齢は20代から
30代。服装は上下青いジャージなので見ればすぐにわかると思います。
だったら俺が代わりに捕まえてきてやるよ。こういう時は覆面捜査の方が犯人の警戒を解けるってもんだ。
いや、しか
Frankly, I was just worried the police chasing after a crook would cause the meth house to close up early. I really needed a bath.
I heard that is meth house.
Cause the meth house.
Well, I hope they close.
That happened, we'd have to go find another place. I couldn't afford to let that happen after all. I still had an important mission. The hostess club was calling me. It was better to enter as customers and catch the crook ourselves.
任せろ。俺が30分以内に捕まえてきてやるよ。
With a push, I successfully convinced the hesitant officers and passed the bathhouses, curtained alongside Mizuki. When I asked, the receptionist said there'd been a man in a tracksuit earlier.
ということは男湯に逃げ込んだんだな。
まったく。お前といると休んでいる暇もない。
There's no sleep for Kaname Date. There's no baths for Kaname Date.
お、相棒。やっと口を聞いたか。
お前と水木の水入らずを邪魔したくなかったから。
Oh, that's adorable. Oh.
You fool, you're basically her aunt, mom. Why not?
Mizuki went
Better
towards
than her actual mom.
Her actual mom, her actual dad. Mizuki went towards the women's bath and I entered the men's changing room. There, I saw two annoyingly familiar guys, Oda and... Oh, God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. God fucking... Why is it them? Why is it them?
They haven't
Too
shown
bad.
up yet.
Fuck you.
They haven't shown... They didn't show up in the other ones, in the other side stories. That's what... They got us be here. Does that make sense?
Is everyone's plumbing fucked up? Is the tracksuit man stealing?
The entire city's out.
What the hell? I thought it was just the apartment complex.
No, the entire city.
The whole... Except for them.
The matching look on their faces made it impossible to believe them.
Shooter's gonna be here too.
怪しさは全開だが、彼らが空き巣である可能性は低い。
まあ、服装も全然違うしな。
Could be burglars.
There were still suspects though, so I didn't tell them anything about the burglary.
相棒、X 線で辺りを探ってみる。
了解だ。
There's no way that there's suspects.
I used the left eye's X-ray function to check every corner of the men's bath. I checked the bathroom, behind the lockers, and all the way into the bathing area. There were 3 customers besides Moma and Oda. One was a naked old-timer relaxing in the massage chair. One was a beefy man washing himself. That's me.
Beef man.
And the other one's a woman, isn't it?
Just came into the men's bathroom.
Nope.
And the last one was a slender-looking guy who just left the changing room and headed toward the baths. He had a swarthy skin, obviously, from a tanning salon and a golden necklace. Oh! God, lo sanguine. His hair was long and puffed up, so he looked like a host from the early aughts. Pretty out of fashion nowadays.
ていうか、あれは完全にホストだな。いかにもボスが好きそうなタイプだ。
Boss would like that? Okay, I mean, sure.
あのじいさんは論外として、
Well, if I have to go do
マッ
some
チョが犯人なら
changing.
体格的な特徴として目撃者の話にも上がっているはずだろう。
つまり一番怪しいのはあのホストか。
Though I couldn't check his clothes since he'd just come into the bathing area, I'd have to try a different approach.
あいつのロッカーの中身を X 線で覗いてみるか。
それには彼がどのロッカーを使っているのか調べる。
I quickly began undressing, ready to rush in and check the number of the key wrapped around his ankle. Once naked, I gotta dive into that bath. I went in only to find the guy soaking in a bathtub.
X 線で湯船を投資しても鍵のナンバーまではわからんな。
なんてやつだ。湯船に浸かるのは体を洗ってからだろうが。
Okay, I will just fly
万一
and
人違いだったら
get a aerial
本
view.
当の犯人に気づかれる。あいつが湯船から出るのを待つんだ。
It's like, ah, shit, there's a fucking eyeball flying around? What the hell? In the meantime, more customers came in. I could see them using the lockers in the changing room.
他の連中の鍵のナンバーを調べて、あいつのロッカーを割り出すよりは。
それにいろんな客の鍵のナンバーをこそこそ探ってたら、さすがに怪しまれるだろう。
Left with no choice, I just began washing myself and waiting. Then I was joined by Momo and Oda, both naked and noisy.
ねえねえ、だってさ、こん な
機会はめったにないんだし、背中の流しっこでもしようよ。
Do not fucking touch me.
おい、俺の背中に立つな。滅殺するぞ。
ほれ、酒だ。ゆっくり湯船に浸かりながら雪降り酒としゃれ込もうじゃねえか。
No.
銭湯に酒を持ち込むんじゃねえ。
Damn it, these guys would draw too much attention and blow my cover. Them wanting to hang out at a time like this just pissed me off. It did help that the host was taking a pretty long bath. He just wasn't leaving the tub.
このままじゃ約束の30分が経っちまう。
まあその時はその時だ。
水木を待たせると後が怖いから嫌なんだよ。
まあそれもそうだ。
That was when I heard Mizuki's voice from behind the wall separating the men's and women's baths.
あれ、水木ちゃんも来てるの？
When he heard her voice, Oda's eyes lit up as he stared at the wall. Thankfully, a guy like him didn't have X-ray vision, but I jabbed him in the head all the same. Yeah, motherfucker.
Thank you.
Why are you here? Putting him aside.
Don't you already have Iris? Why are you trying to look at Mizuki? Son of a bitch.
I think he just assumes that if Mizuki's here, then Iris must. And if Iris is here,
fair. I guess. Not reacting normally would have only made me look more suspicious. I just rolled with it and tossed some soap through the gap between the wall and the ceiling. She is, by the way. She is here, by the way.
Oh.
The voice I heard this time belonged to Iris.
Everyone is here.
Everyone's here. Where's Hina?
Okay, Smash Bros. Woo.
Man, that everyone is here is gonna be 8 years old this year.
Oh my god.
Golly. Oda and Momo began whistling and feigning ignorance. I instantly knew it was up. They had been stalking her.
Yeah, okay, well there we go. They were already stalking her before?
Yeah.
And they're stalking her again.
In the bathroom. Okay.
In the army.
In the Navy.
In the Navy. Oh yeah. Oh god.
Mama's excuse was paper thin, so I decided to poke a hole in it.
おいモーマ、今の発言、イリスの目をまっすぐ見て、もう。
それは。
Easy. Too easy. Bringing him down was simple as expected. I was going to hold this
domination.
Yeah. Next time I needed info.
実は街中でアセトンちゃんをたまたま見つけてここまで追いかけてきちまったんだ。
That's illegal.
またこの前みたいにアセトンちゃんが危ない目に遭うんじゃねえかと思ったらいても立ってもいられなくてよ。
嘘をついた時の体温上昇や脈拍数の変化は見られない。
僕も偶然アセトンちゃんを見つけちゃっていても立ってもいられなくなっちゃったんだ。
こっちは嘘だ。オーダの GPS の履歴を追ってみたが、こいつはレムニスからここまで移動した形跡がある。
To Tokyo Bay with you?
つまり仕事が終わったイリスをそのままつけてきたってわけだな。
だがこれで彼らが空き巣じゃないことは確定したようだ。
I think we knew that. I removed Oda and Momo from my list of burglary suspects and added them to my list of stalking suspects.
お前らをイ
You
リ
have a
ス
wish
執
for
着
that?
罪で逮捕
They're
す
not just permanently
そ
on
れが
that?
嫌なら
I
捜
mean, I
査を
wouldn't
手
say
伝
they're
え。
suspects. I think they did
They're
it.
definitely sus.
何その法律？
捜査ってなんだ？
I filled them in on the details.
要はあの男を湯船から追い出せばいいんだね。
そう。
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing that they would steal would be like Iris's underwear.
To Tokyo Bay with you.
Pierce.
Sorry. But am I incorrect?
You're not incorrect, but still, to Tokyo Bay with you. I watched as they both hopped into the bath on either side of the suspect. He started looking predictably uncomfortable, being flanked by a roughneck and a wide-eyed brat all of a sudden.
目が泳いでやがる。やっぱり空き巣はあいつに違いない。
目が泳いでいるのは別の理由だと思うが。
Momo and Oda took turns talking to him.
ワンちゃん、いい体してるな。
What?
スポーツでもやってたんか。
Moma unleashed a mental attack.
いや、特には。
The roughneck talking to him made the man become obviously fearful.
お兄さん、イケメンでかっこいいよね。きっとモテるでしょ。
Oda cast a curse that caused discomfort. The wide-eyed brat talking to him like that made the man become even more freaked out.
ワンちゃん、よかったらうちの組に来ねえか。
Momo attacked with all his might. The man became panicked and looked like he really wanted to flee.
お兄さん、お風呂上がったら僕と一緒に腰に手を当てながらコーヒー牛乳飲みませんか？
Oda? Oda cast a curse that could make all your hair stand up straight.
All of it?
All of them.
Every single one.
Even the ones on your balls. The man finally became
That's impressive.
unable to bear it.
I'm gonna put hair gel on there.
The man was chased out of the bathtub.
We did it.
Bum 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 bum. Moma Oda's pervert levels have increased. The next day, people on the street began giving them cold looks.
Good.
Fair. Once out of the bathtub, the man basically sprinted back to the changing room.
よし、このまま着替えるみたいだぞ。
I hung back in the shadows of the changing room to observe.
公衆トイレで泥棒されたり変なのに絡まれたり。
Oh no, he got robbed! Whoever he put on a business shirt and a designer suit, nothing even close to a tracksuit.
嘘だろ。
予想が外れたな。ターゲットは他にいるってことだ。
じゃあ犯人はあのマッチョなのか？
No! I waited for that one to leave the bath too and watched him change. But his clothes were a white tank top and tight shorts, apparel made to show off his muscles. His muscles.
犯人があいつでもないなら。
His muscles.
そういえば、マッサージチェアに座っていたじいさんがいなくなってるぞ。
まさかとは
The old man? I quickly rushed out of the bathhouse and went to the officers.
ジャージ姿のじいさんが出てこなかったか？
お年寄りの男性なら一人出てきましたけど。
だったら誰が犯人なんだよ。
I was at a loss. I looked up in the now dark sky, ready to give up, when I heard a loud voice from inside the bathhouse. A skirt-wearing woman with long black hair ran out of the building. Our eyes met. Iris and Mizuki were hot on her heels. It was a woman the whole time! I quickly jumped in and restrained her. She put up a surprisingly large fight. During the struggle, I ended up grabbing her hair and it came off in my hand. No! It wasn't a woman at all! It's a creep! A creeper!
なんかずっと脱衣所でコソコソしてたから怪しいなって思ってみずきちゃんに確認してもらったんです。そんで近づいてよく見てみたらやっぱり怪しいやつだったってわけ。
女装して女湯に隠れていやがったのか。道理で探しても見つからないはずだ。
Apparently, he'd swapped his tracksuit for some women's clothes he snatched during the burglary.
はい、これ。ジャージは女子トイレのゴミ箱に放り込まれていたよ。
アマメもいたのか。
Amame was here! Everyone was here. Found the tracksuit, getting the evidence to close the case. The burglar was taken away by the officers.
金目のもの
Oh,
より
wow.
女性のウィッグや服を盗むなんてとんだ変態さんでしたね。
まったくだぜ。
世の中って本当に怖いよね。
お前たちに言われたくはないだろうけどな。
伊達さん、石鹸のいい香りがする。
I would hope I smell like soap. I had a bath.
What?
Iris, with her still wet, with her hair still wet, came sniffing around me.
イリスちゃん、お風呂上がりなんだから、それは当たり前だよ。
Well, I pointed out the obvious, but personally, Iris's words gave me a much-needed confidence boost. Oh yeah, the ladies at the Hostess Club will be crazy for me tonight.
じゃあ、この後は伊達にラーメンでもおごってもらう。
Ramen!
え、なんでだよ。
そりゃそうでしょう。犯人を捕まえたのは私たちなんだから。
だったらうちにおいでよ。腕によりをかけてラーメン作ってあげるからさ。
やったー。今日は伊達さんのおごりだー。伊達さん、太っ腹ー。
Thank you, Date.
いや、それはちょっと。
私は豚骨ラーメンの超大盛り。それにフォアグラのセオムライスと特製餃子10人前で。
水木ちゃん、毎度ありー。
じゃあ俺は塩の香辛ラーメンで頼む。
塩ラーメンだよね。勝手に変な名前つけないでよ。
私は特上おにぎりと英語級牛肉の
J5 Wagyu beef!
フルーツパイももらっちゃおう
Whoa,
かな。
that's a little.
That's a little much there.
うちは定食屋なんだけど、その辺は理解してくれてるよね。
Thank you.
私はニンニクラーメン。お、でもまだ仕事があるから、ニンニク抜きで。
So just ramen.
あさとんちゃん、それなら普通のラーメンも頼めばいいと思うよ。
With tears streaming down my face, I ended up having to deplete my Hostess Club funds to pay for everyone's meals. Golly.
Yeah, no sweet for Kaname Date, no rest for the wicked.
No fucking money either.
No money for Kaname Date.